How my leaking dishwasher inspired me. This video is dedicated, is honoring everybody, each and every one of you who had a bad weekend. Each and every one of you who feel like a failure. And I'm doing a renovation at my place. That's a part of my reaction to the COVID-19. I'm thinking of renovating the whole place and maybe later rent it out and travel. However, this weekend I had two very looking like simple and easy job I was planning to do. One was painting my concrete floor balcony. And I clean everything, I tape everything, I feel with my hand, and the floor is almost good and ready to paint. And then there was some cracks and some areas that needs extra preparation before the painting. So I borrowed the grinder and I was like taking it off, but not everything got off. So my contractor gave me an advice and he says, apply another layer of PL to smooth everything, fill it with your hand, and then you're ready to paint. So I did that. And so I'm applying it, and then I don't know what the hell was wrong. Maybe it was a very hot day, but 10 minutes later, the floor looks like, the moon surface, like all full of bubbles and way worse than what it was before. And now I need to take it all again, a bigger grinder, take it off because it's worse and it's not ready to paint. And I was already upset with that. Hours that goes down, my schedule, blah, blah, blah. And then the contractor came to adjust something in the cabinet. He's moving the dishwasher. He's putting. It's a very small job, like comparing to what I was doing before. Very easy peasy job. He's putting the dishwasher back. It's a new dishwasher. He's like, okay, let's test that everything works. And he's like listening, and the water goes, and everything looks perfectly fine. 20 minutes later, I'm getting a call from a number I don't know, and the neighbor downstairs, almost panicky, is like, "Do you have any leak in your apartment?" And I'm like, I don't see anything, but the dishwasher, and I'm not seeing anything. It's under the cabinet. And it's the whole water damage thing, and now the condo board and the condo regulation. Who knows? And it's like, what a horrible weekend of failed renovation. I'm feeling like a failure, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then it just reminded me. Then all of a sudden, I reminded of the failure museum in Sweden that a psychologist formed a few years ago. The failure museum became a huge success. And basically, if you look into our world and into innovation and you analyzing, and you see that even the biggest corporate, even the biggest companies, people of course arguing about the numbers, but it's anything between 70 to 95% of all new products are failed. 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, whatever the source is, it's a high number. And those companies are spending often millions of dollars to do research, to hire the best experts, and yet they fail. So if you are an individual, if you are an entrepreneur who tried to do something new, or not even new, you try to do something, most likely you will fail. And what's the difference between failing and a bad fail and a good fail? That in the best case scenario, when you fail, you kind of learn from it and it doesn't discourage you and you keep moving on. Just like the big corporate, they don't expect, every new product to be a successful one. But they say, if we'll try hard enough, we'll try again and again and again, something will click, something will happen. And this is my lesson from this not so successful weekend. this weekend that, forget about the floor, forget about the dishwasher, move on, learn. Is there something you can learn from the leaking dishwasher? Well, in this case, the only thing is, you know what? Shit happens, move on. Forget about it, don't think about it. It cost you extra money, you didn't plan. Move on, because what you need to see is the end result. And the end result in this case is a beautiful renovated apartment ready to rent to allow me the freedom to travel after a long quarantine. So this is how my dishwasher inspired me. Remember that. If you feel you had a bad weekend, if you feel like you're failing again, remember that even the best, even the most professional, even the most experienced, they fail more than you think. Adios. Yeah. Look at this beauty.